Folks, welcome back. Long time no see. Been a hot minute. I definitely get like social drain. I don't know, social media drain, where I just have to like unplug and just be offline for a while. But we are back, and we're gonna make some more content. And now today, I want to talk about a hot topic, something that a lot of other YouTubers are mentioning, but they're trying to force a hot take, if you will. I'm talking about, PokeNE, I'm talking about Nostalgianomics, and they're talking about the GameStop selling on Whatnot fiasco. Now, if you don't know, GameStop recently held a live stream on Whatnot where they live sold packs, from one of their stores. As far as the details go, I don't really know. I've heard people say it was over MSRP. I heard some people say it was MSRP, but it doesn't even matter because I don't even want to focus on that aspect today. I want to focus on if this is good or if this is bad. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, it's bad because why sell online when they could sell it to their local community? And, that's a valid point. And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Now, there are also people saying that it's good because you're getting a reliable seller on a platform where there's not a lot of reliable sellers. You know what I mean? It is Whatnot. They have a reputation. Of course, there are good sellers on there. Don't get me wrong. But there are also lots of bad apples on there, especially during times like now where everyone thinks that they can just flip everything for a quick buck. Now, I do want to say that I do agree with that take as well. So I'm definitely playing both sides, but now hear me out. I'm not even going to focus on if it's bad or if it's good. What I want to focus on is the future. Obviously, Pokemon right now, very hot. Some very good sets. Scarlet and Violet era is definitely, hitting some peaks as far as demand. Now that's great because if you sell Pokemon, you're pretty much going to be making money. Now, let's take you guys back. Let's take you guys back during the bear market. Even as soon as a year ago when things were barely selling for above 105 on release for a booster box. Insane, I know. Now, the reason why this is important is because if GameStop seems to be transitioning into pretty much selling TCGs and collectibles, what are they going to do during these bear markets? Are they going to reprice their product below MSRP? I don't think so. Now, if they're not going to price their things below MSRP, do you think they are going to sell when plenty of sellers online are willing to go below MSRP? I don't think so. And what is going to happen when a big corporation like GameStop has pressure from the stock market, from their investors, to continue making profits when things are not profitable? I believe that will lead to more store closings for a company that is already not doing too hot. Now, you say, GameStop should be doing great right now. Well, in fact, they still are not. As they are transitioning to TCGs and collectibles from the traditional video games that GameStop has done, they are still continuously closing stores throughout the United States. Now, if they're transitioning to a mainly TCG focus, as a lot of you guys know, even their stores have tables now. They want to do local play, which I think is great. Pokemon TCG, and other TCGs are a fun time, a great way to connect with locals who have similar hobbies or interests. But I don't think that it's going to work out in the end for a company like GameStop because, well, they can't just offload their books. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know how distribution works for GameStop. I do not handle distribution for GameStop. Now, the only distribution I handle is for myself. Now, I can't just return the product if it doesn't sell. No, I either have to dump it or am forced to hold it and make profits elsewhere to pay the bills. Now, I do know through distribution channels, we have gotten products that are products that have dropped at GameStop or are GameStop's overstock. Now, I don't know how it works. Are they able just to return it and say, hey, Pokemon, we didn't sell these. Can you sell these for us? If it works like that, I could see a world where they can survive. But if it doesn't, and they are forced to hold their product, I don't see them surviving another bear market like we just had. Anything over a year might be very critical for them. We just got out of a bear market that was 3 years. So, ask yourself, do you really think GameStop is making a great decision here? Go ahead and post your thoughts down in the comments below. Drop a like and make sure to subscribe. And hopefully we'll do some more content soon.